那个完全没有达到我的标准，不管是身高还是长相，他们家条件这么好，我还是觉得他还是挺符合我的一个标准的。
This girl, who just a second ago was complaining that her blind date was short, unattractive, and poor, suddenly started flirting and saying he was her ideal type. What exactly happened here? Today's blind date guest, despite being young, is already the owner of a company.
我是一个比较传统的男孩子，喜欢高挑、漂亮、温柔的女孩子。我喜欢的人，我一定会追求到底。
After hearing the man's requirements, the show's producers showed him photos of 3 women. And the moment he saw one of them, it was love at first sight. He immediately declared that he would pursue her no matter what. When he learned that the woman would be returning from a business trip to Beijing the next day, he insisted that the production team take him to the airport to greet her. Host, do you think we'll make it in time? He asked nervously. The traffic to the airport is terrible. I'm afraid of being late. Being away from her already feels bad enough. But as the saying goes, rushing doesn't make the rice cook faster, and that couldn't have been more true this time. When they finally met, the woman made it clear she wasn't pleased with him. After all, she's someone who enjoys the good life, and he didn't seem like the type to fit that lifestyle.
我还是比较讲究生活品质的一个女孩，花钱嘛也比较大手大脚的。我的择偶要求是，男生一定要阳光开朗，还要比较大方。我有一点轻微的颜控，然后我喜欢男生帅帅的感觉。
But the guy seemed to have perfectly avoided every single one of her requirements. He didn't meet any of her standards, not in height, not in looks. In fact, nothing at all. But the young man, completely enchanted by the beauty of his goddess, didn't notice any of it. He stayed cheerful and enthusiastic, opened the car door for her, carried her luggage, checked on her during the ride, and even invited her to his house. Out of politeness, the girl agreed to go. However, once she arrived, the scene she found there left her disappointed. It's an old house, huh? Everything here looks kind of outdated, she said, trying to hide her disapproval. After taking a closer look around, she completely lost interest. His family's house is just too old-fashioned, she concluded coldly.
他们家就是还是有点老旧吧，然后也住得挺偏的。反正我第一眼看到的话，就是没有多大的想法。反正喊我住的话，我肯定不会住一起。
Upon hearing the woman's comment, the host quickly tried to smooth things over. Let's see what time it is now. Ah, it's already past noon, almost 1 o'clock. But the man's reaction was unexpected. How about I go buy some ingredients and cook something for us? Seriously? Now? She replied, clearly annoyed. Can't we just wait until lunchtime? It's already 1. If we start cooking now, we won't eat until 3 or 4. Let's just go out and grab something, it's faster. But restaurants are dirty and unhygienic, he insisted. Besides, homemade food tastes better. The two started to argue, and the host had to step in. It's already 1 o'clock, think about her side too. If she's really hungry, that's not great. But this lunch was destined to be anything but ordinary. Once they arrived at the restaurant, the guest began ordering non-stop. I'll have spicy pork kidneys, shredded pork with kimchi, spicy cucumbers, smoked ham with garlic sprouts, stir-fried pork with tea tree mushrooms, and, oh, a soup too. The table was soon covered with dishes, leaving the host stunned. But the woman didn't see anything wrong with it. I ordered all this on purpose. I think a man should be generous, there's no need to count every penny. I just wanted to test if he's really open and generous. Luckily, the man wasn't the stingy type. He remained considerate and polite throughout the meal. Even so, during lunch, the woman hinted several times that she planned to go home afterward. The man, desperate, went to find the production crew. What about the guest? It seems like she wants to leave right after eating. Seeing his confusion, the host revealed the truth. She told me she wasn't satisfied with your house. Said it looked a bit old. Old? He reacted. It's not that bad, just the decorations a little dated. Realizing the issue was about housing, the man decided to open up. Actually, that's just a temporary place. We also have another property, a villa, actually. A villa? Asked the host. Yes, a villa, he replied, and immediately took everyone there. As soon as they entered the gated community, the woman smiled. And when she saw the villa, her attitude completely changed. I was really excited. What woman wouldn't want to feel like a little princess, living in a place that looks like a castle? At that moment, I felt so happy. But what came next was even more surprising. During their conversation, she began agreeing with everything he said. My parents also want me to get married soon and have kids, she said. Yeah, my parents think the same, he replied. Get married early and have a baby quickly. When he mentioned he wanted a wife devoted to the home, she gladly accepted. I like taking care of the house. I even learned cooking and flower arranging for that. I think I could be a good housewife, she said with a smile. Was this really the same woman who, not long ago, wanted to escape the date? It seems a nice property can truly change everything. But the harmony didn't last long. When she found out the villa was registered under his parents' names, the mood shifted again. Wait, the house isn't under your name. No, my dad bought it. When they get older, we'll all live together. Live together with your parents, she reacted, visibly uncomfortable. I don't even want to live with my own parents, let alone yours. Unable to accept the idea, she went to the production team and said bluntly, I think he should talk to his parents. If he insists on living with them, then it's not going to work. The host tried once more to mediate. Not wanting to lose the woman he liked, the man called his mother and explained the situation. Mom, she doesn't want to live with my parents. If she can't accept that, then forget it, his mother replied firmly. And just like that, this love story ended before it even began, all because of living arrangements. What about you? Do you think couples should live with their parents after marriage? Share your thoughts in the comments.
This story surprises no one. On one side, a woman who talks about love but calculates like an accountant. On the other, a man who thinks generosity means opening his wallet. She's looking for someone to fund the lifestyle she wants, and he's looking for a woman who makes him feel less empty, even if that means paying the price in expensive dinners, gifts, and promises of stability. The saddest part is that neither realizes how pathetic that is. She measures a man's worth by the view from his window and the size of his living room. He measures a woman's worth by how much she makes him feel important. She wants status, he wants validation. And both mistake that for love. When she saw his old house, she turned up her nose. But the moment she saw the family mansion, her expression changed. Suddenly, the same man who wasn't even good enough to cook became the perfect match. It's almost funny her love was as fast as a Wi-Fi connection. And he, poor guy, believed it. He thought the sparkle in her eyes was because of him, when it was really just the reflection of the chandelier. But what can you expect from a gold digger who treats romance like a financial plan? Or from a fool who believes he can buy affection like a luxury item? This is the generation that confuses value with price, love with convenience, and generosity with stupidity. He does everything to please her just to feel wanted. She accepts everything he gives just to feel like she's winning. Neither of them wants a real connection, they just want to fill a void. She fears an ordinary life, he fears loneliness. And in the middle of all this, they call a relationship something that looks more like a disguised contract. What's funny is how people still pick sides. Some call her a gold digger. Others call him dumb. But honestly, they're just two sides of the same coin. She uses charm, he uses money. And both lose because none of that buys respect, love, or peace. He convinces himself that generosity is proof of character. She believes beauty and high standards are proof of worth. They both live for appearances and still think they're different from everyone else. Money can buy the first impression, but never the last. And any love that depends on a bank account is already bankrupt. The ironic thing is that, for many people, this has become normal. They think it's natural to measure love by comfort instead of connection. Then they wonder why they're surrounded by empty, shallow, and temporary relationships. It's simple. When interest is the starting point, disappointment is the destination. So here's the question. Who's really to blame here? The woman who only thinks about status, or the man who confuses love with emotional charity? Maybe neither. Or maybe both equally lost in a world where feelings are negotiable and principles disposable. Because as long as there are people trying to buy love and others willing to sell it, romance will remain nothing more than a transaction disguised as emotion. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, do you think the problem is that she's a gold digger, or that he's a fool with too much money and too little love? See you in the next video.